Welcome back. This is Teresa from My Crochet Obsession, and today is Take a Stitch Tuesday. I've heard this stitch called two different names, the Boxed Bead Stitch or the Boxed Bullion Block Stitch. But by whatever name you call it, it is a beautiful, textured, detailed stitch that looks complicated, but I'm going to break it down step by step today where anybody can do it. Notice that the individual beads or blocks are boxed in with a stitch between each one of them, and that the stitch is built on a foundation chain, and which creates a beautiful finished edge all the way around. The stitch is a reversible stitch, although each side looks slightly different. That's enough talk. Let's get crocheting. Today you see I'm using the Caron Simply Soft in this beautiful iris color, and I'm using a 5mm crochet hook. And of course we are starting with a slip knot on our hook. The chain multiple for this stitch is multiples of 3 plus 2. So chain 3, as many 3s as until you get your project the size that you want it, and then add 2 more. Today I chained up 12 plus 2 more. And then turn your work single crochet into the second back bar in your beginning chain. Continue to single crochet in the back bar of this chain all the way to the beginning chain. Now look at your work. By single crocheting into that back bar, both sides of your foundation look the same and have that nice finish. And now we will begin the boxed bead stitch. Chain 2 and turn your work. Double crochet into the second stitch from the previous row. I'm slowing down the video here for your benefit. And now we begin our first bead stitch. You want to have a very loose tension to make this stitch. Yarn over, go behind the double crochet stitch and pull up a loop. You need to do this 3 times. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop. Now find your next stitch in the previous row, insert your hook, and pull up a loop. Yarn over and pull through all the loops on your hook. And in the next stitch from your previous row, insert the hook, pull up a loop, chain 1, chain and pull through 2 loops. Now you've created your first boxed bead stitch or boxed bullion block. Now let's do it again. Double crochet in the next stitch. Keep a loose tension. Yarn over, go behind that double crochet and pull up a loop. Yarn over, behind the double crochet, pull up a loop. Yarn over and pull up a loop. Find your next stitch, insert the hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook. This one's a little tight. Find your next stitch, insert the hook, pull up a loop, chain 1, chain 2, and pull through the 2 loops. Now you've completed another stitch. And do that again. That is your pattern repeat for this beautiful boxed bead stitch. Little yarn management. Now I can't remember where I was, so I'm going to back out of this stitch and start the wraps again. Yarn over, pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull up another loop. Yarn over, pull up the 3rd loop. Insert the hook into the next stitch. Pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all the loops on the hook. Find your next stitch, pull up a loop, chain 1, chain 2, pulling through both loops. Repeat until the end of the row. Very nice. You made it to the end of the row. And here's what your work looks like. Now chain 1 and turn your work. We're going to single crochet over the top of these stitches from the previous row. Each stitch has 2 loops on top. Insert the hook in each of the 2 loops all the way across this row until you reach the end. You should have 13 stitches when you complete this row. Giving you a little close-up of where the stitches are. Some of them don't look like the normal way we expect the stitches to look, those that are on top of the bullion blocks. And then you have that space where you did the 2 chains. They don't look like they normally look, but you do insert your hook underneath them and put a single crochet there. As you come up on the 13th stitch, he's in the top of that chain space, and sometimes he gets a little hidden. And there you have it. Now you will continue rows 3 and 4 for as long as you would like your piece to be. And this is your boxed bead stitch or your boxed bullion block stitch. And congratulations, you've completed a very complex stitch that can be used in scarves, hats, blankets. It's a very warm, dense stitch. Now, I will say that it is a bit of a yarn eater, and it gets rather heavy if you do a large piece, but nonetheless, the effect cannot be beat with any other stitch. I really love this stitch. It's one of my favorites. Thank you for joining me for Take a Stitch Tuesday. If you found value in today's tutorial, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my tutorials. And until we meet again, keep calm and crochet on.